Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we saw that ES held above yesterday's initial support zone and yesterday's low, and eventually made its way up into yesterday's initial resistance zone of 93.5 to 95.5, which will continue to be the main area of resistance heading into the open today. So the overnight session has been relatively bullish, and Nasdaq actually made a new high. So we know that the buy side is dominant heading into the open. And we also know that it's in a very balanced state and it's getting ready for a short-term directional move yet again. Now, if the overnight bias is any indicator, then ES could actually hold above the 87.75 to 89.75 pre-market support. Now, this is a aggressive area of support and it marks the overnight breakout area and the previous VPOC at 88. But if the market continues to show strength in real time, and again, if the overnight session is any indicator heading into the open, then we could actually hold above pre-market support. And of course, that would only happen if we're in a fairly strong market intraday and the market was gearing up for a breakout to the upside. So really the only time it would make sense to initiate a long at 87.75 to 89.75 is if we were seeing pretty clear-cut signs of strength in real time, and our target was not simply a move up to 93.5 to 95.5, but a breakout and a test of 99 to 23.01. So if off the open we're seeing persistent upside momentum, broad market strength, and Nasdaq's holding up fairly well, and we're not seeing any sell-off in the Russell or any warning sign there, then perhaps 87.75, 89.75 could be used as a entry point. But it is a fairly aggressive area of support. It's in the middle of the recent 2 to 3 day range here. So again, it's only going to make sense if we are gearing up for a upside breakout. A break above 93.5 to 95.5 would mark a break from the recent 2 to 3 day balance, and it would bring 99 to 23.01 into play, and that's very much within the average range potential that we've seen recently. Now, 99.5 marks the all-time high, and that's really the main resistance up there. And given that Nasdaq has already made a new high, if we are heading up on higher volume or just at least persistent upside momentum, then although we can get a response at 99 to 23.01, technically the buyers would be in firm control, and it's not really a major area because it's just a swing high, right? 99.5, and we could push past it and go a little bit higher, make a new marginal high, and if there's a lot of momentum, then perhaps we could push even beyond 23.01. But on the upside, the high odds target in the event of a breakout is 99 to 23.01. Anything beyond that becomes lower probability, and 05 to 07 marks a range extreme. On the downside, the key area of support is going to be 83 to 85.5, and technically the buy side can maintain control above that area, and in order to break down below 83 to 85.5, we would have to see excess weakness and persistent downside momentum. So just like we need to see persistent upside momentum to break out above 93.5 to 95.5 and break from this recent balance, we're going to have to see persistent downside momentum and a lot of excess weakness on the day time frame in order to break down below 83 to 85.5. And until then, the market is in a balanced state between initial support and initial resistance. And that's exactly why we need to see some real-time strength in order to consider trading the 87.75 to 89.75 zone, because it is quite literally in the middle of the recent 2-day balance here. So if we're going to initiate a trade in the middle of balance, then there should be sufficient strength and signs of momentum that support the idea of a upside breakout. And if things are extremely neutral, or if we are seeing intraday weakness, then we might want to be a little more careful at the pre-market support and wait for some better price or allow the market to get exhausted. But right now, given that NASDAQ has made a new high, given that the 84 to 86 area from yesterday's support held in the overnight session, and we've made a pretty linear move into 93.5 to 95.5, we are going to give more edge to the buy side off the open. And just understand that we are in a balanced state. We don't have to necessarily break out right away, but the way that the market is gearing up, and given how strong the buy side has been recently, it could be setting up for a break and a test of 99 to 2301. So those are the main ideas heading into the open. Let's see if the strength we've seen in the overnight session can continue into RTH, and we'll take it from there.